Alright, so in today's video, we're going to be unboxing a $2,000 mystery box. There is a $35 mystery box, a $50 mystery box, a $100 mystery box, a $300 mystery box, a $500 mystery box, and then a $1,000 mystery box, all in this one box. So this guy comes in about 32 pounds for the whole box with all the mystery boxes combined. Let's actually see how long this guy is and take some measurements. I'm just kidding. I know you guys don't care about that. Let's go ahead and actually start unboxing this guy. So see what we got in this big ass box. So without further ado, let's get straight on to the unboxing. Oh no, packing peanuts, my worst nightmare. No. Everybody knows packing peanuts are the worst thing to put. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first box, they actually did label it. This is going to be the $50 one. Might as well just kind of go ahead and do some of the cheaper ones first, and then we'll work our way up to the bigger stuff at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and start with this $50 box and see what we got in this guy. Ooh. All right, so first up in this $50 mystery box, looks like we have a patch. Bruh. Yeah, we got a cool rig patch, and then it looks like we have a like a barrel sleeve, so that's always important to have, obviously, so that, you know, when you are off the field you don't accidentally shoot anybody. And looks like we got some random 0.36 gram BBs. Yeah, you never really use 3.6s too much unless you're using a sniper rifle or some kind of DMR build, but that's pretty cool nevertheless. And let's see what else we got. Looks like we have like these marker lights. I believe these go on helmets. Yeah, so it goes on a helmet like in this little picture, and basically this little guy kind of illuminates, I guess it's orange. And so when you have, like, you know, night games and you want your team to be all orange, I believe that is a good kind of sign so you don't shoot friendlies in the night game. So I believe that's what that's for. Obviously there's other uses too. We also got a 150 round magazine from G&G. It looks to be like a clear one, so you can actually see where the BBs are, so you can actually see how much you have left. And last but not least, we actually got a multicam wrap. This looks to be kind of like a black and green one, so more of darker colors with this guy. Pretty cool. It's just a multi-wrap. You guys kind of obviously know what this is. You can just wear it as any way you want in any of these different ways as you desire. So pretty cool. Obviously a lot of people use these in Airsoft, so you guys kind of know what this is. But yeah, pretty cool. Good little start to our $50 box. Kind of little random stuff in here, but I really do like this patch. All right, so it looks like, okay, this is going to be the $35 one, and this one looks to be in like more of a like package, I guess, like that you open up rather than like a box. So I'm actually curious what we actually got in this guy. Obviously I've never ordered from this website before, so I'm actually curious what kind of mystery boxes we are going to get as far as like the items in them. So let's actually go ahead and see what we got for the $35 mystery box. Looks like we've got a sticker. Just dump this guy out, might as well, right? Okay. First up, we actually have a speed loader from KWA. Pretty cool, I guess, if you need a speed loader. It's also shaped like an M4 magazine, so it goes in your M4 pouches. We actually have some cool gloves too. I used to use this brand all the time before I have these ones, but I like these gloves. Obviously, really nice for anyone that gets these. All right, so that is the last thing in here. So it looks like we got a shemagh for the last thing on here. I believe it's just green, and it has kind of like these pirate looking style like skulls with little swords. If you need a shemagh, there you go. All right, so looks like actually kind of the cheaper ones seem to be on this side, so I'm guessing it actually is progressively moving more expensive as we go to the right side of the box. This is going to be the $100 box. Okay, cool. Let's actually see what we got in this bad boy. And the actual box size are increasing as well, so that's kind of fun. Let's actually see what we got in this guy. I'm curious if we're going to get our first gun in this $100 box, or if it's just going to be more parts, and then we'll move on to the guns in the more expensive box, like the $300 one, the $500, and the $1,000 box up next. So let's go ahead and see what we got in the $100 box. Oh. First things first, we got a mild Taco Bell sauce. So yep, that's important obviously to put in every mystery box. Up next, it looks like we got ZCI M4 short CQB full stock. These actually I think are pretty rare from my understanding. You actually have to open up the back right here, and then the battery goes into these actual like hollow buttstock, and it just, yeah, it's just kind of like a short little stock. Pretty cool. You don't really see too many people running these, but they're pretty cool. Next up, all right, so we got some, I think, paracord. Yep. Let's see what this big guy is in here. Okay, looks like it's some kind of chest rig. Okay, cool. So it's a Condor chest rig. It looks like it is like OD green. And then, yeah, you got some stuff on the back for some pouches. This kind of looks more of like a grenadier like patch kind of holder. Like all these like seem like it fits grenades more than magazines, but I'm sure you can fit like any magazine in here. So it's kind of a nice one to get if you're a beginner, because obviously if you switch up to different guns in the future, when you first start out, you obviously can put pretty much any magazine in these guys, even pistol ones. Obviously it's not like perfect for that, but you know, you could do anything you want, and these side ones have lots of space too. Next up, we actually have like some kind of curved crazy knife, which is pretty cool. Obviously this is a basically a plastic one, so you can still use an airsoft. Some fields allow this, some fields don't. Most of the fields that do allow stuff like this, actually you're allowed to go up to the guy and tap them on the shoulder with it. You're not allowed to like actually, you know, do anything crazy like a normal knife, like, you know, kind of jab them or anything like that. Oh my gosh, we got another mild Taco Bell sauce, and it says you're cute. Wow, oh my gosh. Next up, we have this little hat right here. So pretty self-explanatory, pretty cool. Protects you from the sun at all angles. There you go. And they won't even be able to see the top of your head. And we got like some kind of, I guess this kind of maybe goes over a helmet, or maybe you can even put on this hat right here somehow, but it just kind of adds like a leaf effect to any of your helmets or hats. So there you go for that, pretty cool. All right, so we have the $35, $50, $100 done. I believe we just have the $300, $500, and a $1,000 gun. We have a gun right here, obviously, but let's try to see what we got in this little guy. I believe this is the, I think, $300 box, I believe. So it looks like we have this box is the $1,000 one, including this gun, I'm pretty sure. So obviously you guys can see it's a G&G gun. So this box plus this one is the $1,000 box. Let's go ahead and see if we can find the $300 and $500 one next. Oh, it's hiding down here. There's the $500 one hiding down there. So I guess this one right here is the $300 box. Okay, let's go ahead and get that out. Whoop. All right. All right, so there's the $300. Oh my gosh, packing pants are gonna take over my yard. Whoop. All right, so we just have this bad boy. I believe there's a gun in here, I would assume, at $300. It's quite a small box. I'm guessing probably not a rifle in this one, so either maybe SMG or even like a couple pistols, or one pistol and some more accessories. So let's actually see what we got in here. I'm not really sure yet. Oh, okay. Looks like we have some kind of helmet. This one I'm actually going to open up because I could just put it back in. I'm trying not to ruin the cool plastic wrap for you guys that are going to win it from my club, but this guy you can kind of just put back in here, so I'll just take it out real quick. Yeah, so this one's kind of cool. It's basically just has some patches on the side, or places to put patches, basically Velcro on the back and the sides. Got some little vents for your head as well, and some extra pads in case you need that. Doesn't feel extremely high quality, but it'll definitely help you out if you hit your head. So without further ado, let's move on to the next thing. Looks like we got some soy sauce and mustard. Nice. Very important airsoft essentials, obviously. Next up, we got... I'm not sure what this is. Oh, okay. These are Impact Sport electronic earmuffs. I actually run, I believe, the same brand too. These headphones are really good. Whoever wins this package is gonna love these. Basically, and it's the drab green, I guess, olive drab green. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I believe it comes with batteries, and if it doesn't, I think it just takes like 2 AAAs or something like that. Mine have been lasting like years without changing the battery, so it's pretty nuts. This little wheel, you can kind of like dial it up. I actually think it does make people's like whispering louder, because it takes a lower frequency or lower decibel sounds and makes them louder, and it takes really high decibel sounds that makes them lower. These are actually kind of a necessity if you're playing in CQB fields, so I really suggest these to anyone. And yeah, that's pretty cool. We got that. We got a little mysterious white box right here, so let's actually see what this is. Next up, it looks like we got a Unity Mark 2.0 modular attach rail kit. Okay, I have really no idea what this is. Let's see what this is actually. All right, okay. That basically didn't help me at all. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what these are, but I will look this up and actually put on the screen what these actually do, because I have no idea what these are. All right, I'm actually not sure what this is either, so we're gonna open this guy up. Oh, I think this might just be another kind of like mesh covering helmet system, I believe. So this is what it looks like with the little mesh thing over it. Obviously I didn't put it on there perfectly, but you guys get the idea. Kind of just covers the helmet, makes it have like a cool, unique look. And you can add further accessories like the patches on top of this, or I'm pretty sure you can even use these straps on the top to actually add further like leaves or mesh covering to make it even more realistic in a forest. So yeah, if you have a tan helmet and you're playing in a forest game, you don't want to buy a new helmet, you can just throw this kind of mesh stuff on, and then further put some extra like leaves or stuff like that on top to kind of cover yourself even more. So pretty cool. All right, looks like we have some more stuff in here. We actually have a patch. Let's see. Okay, this is a cool little patch to include. It kind of just changes like all of the stuff on a like, looks like a credit card to kind of like funny stuff like HPA Master Race on the top left. So pretty cool little patch if you're a HPA kind of guy. I believe this is the last thing in the box. Let's actually see what this is. Turbo fan. Okay, I'm guessing this is like maybe goggles or something like that that have like a fan in them. Let's actually see what this is. Okay, let's check them out. This actually might be the coolest goggles I've received so far, but let's actually see how these work. So it comes with a nice little case. I'm guessing these are expensive from just the packaging alone. I'll put on the screen right now actually how much it does cost. Okay, so yeah, it does come with some AAA, so I'm guessing it is electric, which is really cool. Okay, so these are really cool. So it has like a little fan on the top, I believe, right here, and then you kind of put some AA's in this little battery pack right here. And obviously you can see this wire go all the way to the goggles to feed the fan actual electricity, and I believe it just has like little mini fans. These seem really high quality. So if you are a huge foggy boy like me, these are recommended. Now we also have like a darker lens that is included with this guy too. So if you are playing at a outdoor field and it's really sunny, like a kind of like a desert setting, obviously you'll have a darker tint lens for these guys. So that's really helpful if you're playing in the direct kind of sunlight. So pretty nice. Without further ado, let's move on to the next box. All right, so we just have this $500 box down here, and then we'll go to the $1,000 grand finale boxes over there. So let's go ahead and unbox this $500 box. Oh my gosh, this is like a little thin boy. Okay, that's interesting. I've never seen this thin of a box for a this expensive of a one. So let's actually see what we got in here. I'm guessing it's a pistol of some sort in here, or maybe some really interesting gear I've never seen. So let's actually see what we got in here. All right, so let's see what we got. Oh, okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay. So basically, to make it really simple, we basically have a Tokyo Marui high cap of 4.3. I believe it's just stock in here, but then we also have all these really cool parts too. I'll show you guys in a sec how this shoots stock. So I think this is about $150 or $200. I'll put on the screen actually how much this is for the pistol. And then obviously all these other parts combined actually add up to about $500, I guess. I'll be real quick with the parts, obviously, because some people don't care about this, but we have a HPA valve. So you can actually HPA tap your magazine to make your gas blowback magazine for that guy HPA. We have a Airsoft masterpiece. I guess it's a aluminum guide rod. We have a maple leaf bucking. Looks like we have a barrel from, let's check this guy out. So this is a maple leaf 6.02 crazy jet inner barrel. We also have a Airsoft masterpiece purple. I guess it is a outer barrel that comes with threads as well, so you can put a tracer at the end too, which is really cool. And then we also have a Airsoft masterpiece hop-up system, which is really nice. So yeah, we got all the parts to make this guy really nice. We actually have a loading nozzle set, which is really cool. Last but not least, we have a Airsoft masterpiece Battle Cat H bar. It's like Limcat custom, I believe. This is the slide details. So this is actually what the guy looks like outside of the box. Pretty cool little design. There's the other side too. Really cool design. Let's go ahead and actually just check out the pistol itself. As you guys know, high capos come in a 4.3 or a 5.1. This is it right here. So it's just kind of a touch a little bit more compact than the 5.1. These are pretty cool to handle. It's just a little bit more compact. Really cool secondary. Obviously, Tokyo Marui makes really cool pistols. Without further ado, let's load this guy up with some BBs and gas and see how it shoots stock. So I believe that is everything in the box. Let's go ahead and see if we can find anything else under this absolute sea of packing peanuts. I believe that's it. We're gonna go ahead and go with this little guy first, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what is in this big box next for the $1,000 mystery box. All right, let's actually see what we got in this bad boy. Ooh. All right, so first up, we actually have like a Condor backpack, which is pretty cool. You can put this on a back of a vest with this little MOLLE system on the back, or you can actually wear it like a backpack. It looks like it just has like some kind of hydration system in there. Obviously, so if you're going on hikes, you can use this and actually, you know, drink some water. Pretty cool. But I think I know why they included this, because I see a little sneak peek of a little tank down there. So first up, it looks like we have a PTS EPM mag, which is kind of cool. It's 170 rounds, but it actually is a little bit smaller than normal, so that's pretty cool. Looks really nice, and you can kind of see a little bit of your BBs in there. So you actually have an idea or an indicator of actually how much BBs you have left in the magazine. Pretty cool. And it looks like we actually got 2 of these guys, so pretty sweet. Up next, we have these really nice like M4 mag holders. I'll actually show you guys how these work in a second. So obviously how these guys are really expensive and unique from normal mag pouches is actually they have these plastic inserts that actually kind of compact the magazine together. So obviously you put it in pretty easily. If you give it a little bit of strength, they come out pretty easy. Obviously, these are super brand new, so they need to be worn in. But once these get worn in, you'll actually be able to just put these magazines in really easily. They won't ever fall out. Once these get worn in, this guy is going to be really nice. Last but certainly not least in this guy, this is what I was talking about with that backpack. Basically, we have a HK Army 3000 PSI 48 cubic inch tank. And basically, we actually have a SLP kind of line, and they like refrigerators, I guess. If you take off this little black piece on this tank, it'll have some threads underneath like so. You kind of just put this guy on here and twist it on. And then after you have that on there, you can actually just set all the PSI settings through this little twist thing. You just click it up and then twist it and then click it down and lock it in. And then you can actually see how much PSI you're using on that little dial right there. And then the tank and the line will actually, once set up, go into this little backpack right here. I don't know why they would include this if they weren't going to include an HPA gun. So without further ado, let's go on to the final gun. Oh, okay. So it looks like we got another SSG-1 USR. So I did this in a last video and I did a whole bunch of stupid stuff too. As you can see, a picture right here. Bruh. This one, I'm curious if they actually HPA tap this one, because I don't know why they include a tank, a SLP rig and all that stuff if they didn't make it HPA, but we'll actually see in a second here. Oh yes, so we got a Polar Star little card right there, which makes me think they did in fact HPA this guy, which is really cool. They included a little 7.4 volt. If you guys have never seen these on an HPA gun, I will show you because they are basically a crack up. This is the whole battery itself. It's a 250 mAh 7.4 volt. Obviously, they use these super small batteries to power the computer system in the gun with the HPA system. So basically, it is called a FCU or fire control unit. And basically, the only thing a HPA gun needs to use in order to function with the electronic side of it. So it's kind of interesting. You can change like the fire rate, stuff like that to make it simple. And you can also get really complicated and change like the nozzle timing and stuff like that within the system itself. And it looks like they actually included a really cool max trigger too. So let's actually take this guy out. Yep, it is HPA'd, so really, really cool. So yeah, this guy's gonna be a complete monster. It looks like they scraped out of the end there, but that's okay. Yeah, so it has a really cool max trigger. It's adjustable too. Oh, it looks like we actually have a custom hop up too. It is a max hop up, which is really cool. And see that little window, you can actually see the BBs load up into the barrel before you shoot. And then that little black dial you can actually adjust like so. To make the hop go up or down, so the BB actually goes less far or farther, and has basically more hop is the BB will actually backspins the BB, so the BB will actually go farther, which is really cool. These hop-ups are really, really nice. And I believe the inner barrel is a silver color, so actually it might be an upgraded inner barrel. They might have put a upgraded bucking as well, so I think we might potentially have a upgraded inner barrel, bucking, hop-up, trigger, and a HPA engine in this guy, which is pretty much everything you need to upgrade an HPA gun. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do a shooting test with this guy.